Okay, sorry, I don't want to keep bothering you, but I think I've got everything together now to do my little demonstration. But just for coolness and completely hacked in within minutes, I did this here. This one. See? It's my little sprite moving around at constant increments in the parameter. It's going to stop. What's going on? Oh, 2 pi. It's only going. Oh no, I never said it stopped. It's going to keep going. I got the range for the function and computed a 500 step. If it was going to take 500 steps to go around, how long per step? And these steps are it's very simple. It's just here's the code. If I get new function, call on new function, I change this to return the function, get its range, set the position of the dot, this thing I call dot, this little guy, who is a sprite, at the starting position. Now in order to convert that into client coordinates, I have to flip the y-axis first, which is that part's upside down here, and then add the center point of the graph, its origin, and that'll put it on to coordinates that this set pos will understand. This is client coordinates for the program. Another neat thing I did was probably won't stop. I added a new mode here that will help me with my explaining. See, I can make vectors down. And if I wanted to continue making vectors of the same color, or I can change to a different color. See? Using exactly the technique I told you about. I can show you the code. Again, another thing hacked in very quickly. If testing my thing, drop back distance, like I said, 10, perpendicular baseline, that's how long, how deciding how inclined these bits of the arrow should be, how much of an inclination. The smaller this is, the tighter it is. If I make a really small one, they're quite tight. See? But the bigger ones are less tight. Anyway, yeah, if it's smaller than 15, the distance I point is less than 15, I make a beat and do nothing. If it's less than 40, then I'm only dropping back 8 and spread of 8, which is less than here. The baseline is bigger than the drop back. The baseline is the distance between the ends of the little ones, and drop back is the distance from here to here. Okay, very easy. First, get the direction vector of the vector, and what I just drew. This turns it into a unit vector. Then I want to get a perpendicular vector to that line. And since this is a unit vector, this is a unit vector. I don't know which way it's going, left or right, doesn't matter. So to compute the baseline, I take point 2, alright, minus the distance I want to move times its unit vector direction. This direction is pointing in, I know which one. This is 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, so it points in the same direction as the thing, so I have to subtract. Now these, this is a unit vector, right? So whatever I specify here, the units to move will be pixels, because this is 1. So it's going to move 1 pixels times this much. So to get the baseline, now I have a new point. I have the center of the baseline. To get the lower left, it could be right, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I move along the perpendicular direction half the width of the baseline in one direction and half in the other direction. That gives me 2 points, and now I get everything I need. I got this point, and this point. So a vector from point 2, which is the end point of the real big vector, to the lower left, and then from point 2 to lower right, and then from point 1 to point 2. This one doesn't matter which direction. Give them all the same color, add them to the graph, and do a little hacking around to fool the thing, and there you go, there you have it. That's the other thing. And switch between these. I'm not sure if there's any way I can get it clean that. I have to have him copy the, let's see that. There, I got it. I went very quick, and it copied the shape, so now it's clean. But normally, if there's a redraw, what I'll do is I'll just invalidate all the sprites. Oh, and my sprite, how does he work? He's a graphical object called an expanding circle, derived from sprite, thing I told you about before. And the expanding circles has within it objects called circles that have a pen, a radius, and a count. All right. They can draw themselves at a given center point, and this is to set the variables: radius, initial count, and color for the pen. I have 6 of them, and then when I want to draw my sprite, I walk through the array of circles, drawing them all at my center position, which is the sprite which contains the circles, and then update them all. The update, I just fiddled around and found that incrementing the count by this much looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. It looks colorful. You see it anyway. And one thing that you'll notice from this curve is that it does not move at a steady rate, right? It moves faster in some places and slower at others. We could try another curve where that might be more pronounced, like an ellipse that's highly eccentric. I can rotate it. How about we just, we'll go real crazy with this one. We'll move it up 100 and rotate with respect to the world this way. So that's negative. I fixed it so it's the same as high school. Rotate it by 56 degrees. Make it cyan. And this is highly eccentric. Well, I'm not sure about the parametric form. Sorry, I'm thinking of physics. In physics, when planets travel around in ellipses, they travel much slower near the foci than further out. Near one focus than further out. But these ellipsi, well, they certainly exhibit that behavior much faster along these lines than here, but it probably doesn't obey the rule that one of Kepler's laws that if a planet is moving along an ellipse, as this little planet is doing now, about the sun, say, then it's the line from the planet to the sun sweeps out, goes through, like, let's see, I can't edit in here. I could make that same ellipse, so everything's same at once. Okay, what I want is I want the old vector mode, but this will do. Suppose this is one of the foci, and suppose this is time 0, okay, and I've waited so many seconds. Oops. Okay, well, I'll wait till it gets there. That was at a certain time it got here. And then suppose we wait a certain amount of time, and it goes there, okay? Now the area enclosed in this triangle will be equal to the amount of area enclosed in another triangle for the same period of time. Oops. Make one a different color. This is Kepler's third law? I think it's the third law. Okay, so here, one unit of time. Let's suppose that this was the same amount of time. Then apparently this area would be the same as this area, if it was the same amount of time. And that's something that can prove by Newton's laws. And that's true for any, it doesn't have, it's nothing special about the way that gravity works, any central force, that is, or radial force, has that property. That is where the force acting on an object is directed towards a point, it will behave in that manner. Okay, well, so that's we're getting there. I can certainly do enough to do my little demo. I added another function set, polynomials. But, geez, I wonder what's going to happen if I do that. I guess he'll switch to the new one. Let's give him a cubic. 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 7. Now this I have to do scaling because this is in hundreds. So it's going to divide everything by, let's say I'll do 25. That makes it easy because this is incrementing in 25-ish units. That is, this is 2, right? If we divided everything by 25, or minus 2 and minus 4 and so on. Now that's an interesting thing. You see how slow it's moving there? It's equal amounts. Right? We're moving very quickly here on those logarithms. If I put them on a logarithm, you're going to see something there. I don't know, this one. Yeah, very fast here and slow down to almost nothing. Because these things are asymptotic, right? Like a log function looks like this. And when you're near this asymptote, the amount of distance, the reason those things weren't reaching the end was because I was off by 0.001 or something from the asymptote, and that left a gap of this much distance or something. I can't get any change. What happens if I delete? Oh, it's gonna crash or something. We can bring them back. I don't like them in the same color. A rotated circle. Alright, sorry. I love playing with this new toy. And anybody who wants to play with it, you're welcome to send me a message and I'll send you the source code. It compiles in the VCA code. I'm sure you can make it compile under any compiler. See ya.